One egg was 40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well fucking that demon is still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
let's kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for me.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another brand new episode of Plotty Time. I'm Poppascotch, and I'm here with Sir Chump Slap.
I'm here, as always.
Absolutely. And scheduling got the best of us, so we got another throwaway episode here. We're going to talk about a video game movie.
It's happening a lot this season.
But I think it was all three of us have done it, though. It wasn't one person.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we all had things that came up. So, I mean, there's, it happens. There's no one to be mad about, and I'm sorry this wasn't exactly the free content you wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't think anyone's going to complain, because today we are talking about the 2001 video game film, a classic in 90s cinema. And yes, I do realize it was released in 2001, but this is a 90s action movie.
Yeah, it is. 90s effects.
Oh my God. Tomb Raider, the Angelina Jolie starring vehicle. That's what we're talking about.
It's called Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Is it? Did I just blow it already?
I don't know. That's what I saw it as.
I don't even have the IMDb page locked and loaded. I know. Slacking over here.
This is a joke.
This is, guys, I'm sorry. You know what? Go ahead, click away. Like, you're right. It's Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Right, okay.
PG-13 film, hour 40 minutes, directed by a guy by the name of Simon West, who up until this point, he had one very big movie he did, Con Air, in 1997.
Oh, nice.
Before that, he did a lot of videos and commercials, and one of the videos he did was actually the fucking Rickroll video. He directed that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was a fun piece of trivia. There's going to be a couple of fun little sprinklings of trivia in here, as I hopefully remember to say them.
Wow, the rest of his movies are garbage, though.
Yeah, I saw he did The General's Daughter, which was when Travolta was like peak new Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he got some clout there, and then Con Air is a classic, and then he did this. Since then, he's done like a lot more straight to video, like action type stuff, but he's out there working. He's got 2 movies coming out this year. So
oh, snap. Yeah, good for him.
Good for him. It was released June 15th, 2001, and at the box office that week, we'll just go down the list. Number 1 was Tomb Raider. Like, it crushed the first week.
Wow.
$64 million.
Damn.
Then in second place that week, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, which had $30 million. I think that was a Disney animation.
Oh,
film.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Then Shrek, $20 million.
What? It beat Shrek?
I think Shrek was in week like 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tomb Raider's the only new release this week.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, I think it was like, it's a summer blockbuster. Like, it was hyped as a big movie at the time.
Yeah, it was.
So everyone was like, I'm not going to compete with Tomb Raider. Oh, boy. I have a lot to say about this. Anyway, so number 4, Swordfish. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Travolta and what's his name? Hugh Jackman.
Right.
Number 5 is Pearl Harbor with $14 million.
Oh, is that Ben Affleck?
Yeah, the Ben Affleck one. That was another one that came out
Terrible.
like weeks earlier. And then Evolution with $10 million.
Oh, nice.
It was in its second week. I added that at number 6.
That great movie.
David Duchovny starring film. We're big fans. Have we done a watch episode of that?
No, we should do all 3 of us.
Yeah, it would feel wrong not doing it with Dr. Scientist.
Yeah, definitely.
And then this movie, like I said, huge blockbuster. And the actors in it, the real big names that everyone's going to remember, obviously Angelina Jolie is playing Lara Croft.
Right.
At this point in her career, she did Hackers in 95. So this is 6 years after Hackers.
Okay.
And she got some notoriety in like the indie circuit from Foxfire in 96, Gia in 98. And then the big one, her big year was 99. She just blew up. And she was in Pushing Tin, that movie. I think it was about air traffic controllers with John Cusack. I don't remember why.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know why I remember that. The Bone Collector and Girl Interrupted, which I believe she was nominated. Was she nominated for an Academy Award for that?
I don't know. I like The Bone Collector. It was all right.
Yeah, she had all those in the same year. That's pretty wild.
That is.
Oh, she has 132 nominations total. I can't go through all these. Oh, yeah, she won an Oscar for Best Actress in a Supporting Role for Girl Interrupted.
Oh, good for her.
That's awesome. And then she did Gone in 60 Seconds in 2000.
Oh, yeah.
We should do a watch of that one.
I like that movie.
I remember loving that movie. And it's been a long time.
I got a little Hot Wheel of the Mustang that he falls in love with.
Oh, the Shelby or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I can't fucking remember.
I know, it's killing me. And everyone's at home, obviously, huge fans are all yelling it. Eleanor.
Eleanor.
There it is. Whew, I would have been real mad at myself if I didn't get that.
Heard you guys.
This was, and I'm going to go on a quick tangent. This has nothing to do with Tomb Raider. But 2000 was when I started getting DVDs.
Okay.
And there was a point where I had 2 DVDs. It was The Matrix and Gone in 60 Seconds. And I just watched them over and over. So I've seen Gone in 60 Seconds a lot, but not recently.
Nice.
And then rounding out the cast here, Daniel Craig is playing Alex West. And he, at this point, was getting bigger in Great Britain. He was in a lot of movies over there, a lot of TV I've just never heard of. So I assume it was all British.
That makes sense.
And he did a movie called Elizabeth in 1998, which I remember, I think it was about Queen Elizabeth. I remember seeing the cover and I remember it being a big deal, but it was not for me, especially when I'm 15.
Yeah, serious timepiece, whatever. Ugh.
Yeah. And then he was in Tomb Raider. And then right after Tomb Raider, he was in Road to Perdition in a pretty big role. And then he did a movie called Layer Cake. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was like his Bond edition. And then 2006, Casino Royale. And now he's a huge star.
Oh, wow.
So these were two, like, I mean, you have to say Angelina Jolie was a star. She won an Oscar. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. He was up and coming, though.
And then Ian Glenn is playing Powell. He's the main baddie, or one of the main baddies. And he's best known here in the States as Jorah Mormont in Game of Thrones. I had to look his name up because I don't know who that was. He's been in like 60 episodes.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen a show, so.
I saw the whole thing and I couldn't place him. But anyway, he's a very, very prolific British actor who's in a million things, huge resume. And I thought it was very interesting. Somehow never in a Harry Potter movie.
Oh, yeah.
I was under the impression like every working actor in England was in a Harry Potter movie at one point.
Oh, they had to be, I thought, yeah.
I mean, I'm using hyperbole, but am I?
No.
And then Noah Taylor plays Bryce, who is like her tech guy.
Oh, yeah. Who lives in a fucking camper on her front lawn.
Yeah, he lives in an Airstream on her front lawn, and she even says that, like, we have 82 rooms. You can use like any of them. It does like. And he's like, no, I like it here. I'm like, okay. And
Weird.
This guy has a really cool resume, though. That's why I wanted to highlight him. He was in Shine in 96, which I remember being a big movie, but was another one of those art house ones I wasn't going to watch.
Right.
Then he played Dick Rosewell in Almost Famous, who I think is the manager.
I have no idea.
Have you seen Almost Famous?
I've seen it. That's the one with Kirsten Dunst.
No.
What am I thinking of? Isn't she like a reporter?
No, I think you're thinking of Dick, but
Maybe.
No, it's another woman. But she looks very similar of that time.
Okay.
Oh no, I feel like a dick. What is her name?
But they're like groupies kind of, right?
Yes. It's about a kid played by Patrick Fugit who is writing for Rolling Stone.
Oh, that's the, yeah. Okay.
Like back in the 70s when you could just lie over the phone about how old you were.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was a good one. I liked it. Anyway, and then he was in Vanilla Sky, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. He was in Game of Thrones, but I think you've seen Preacher, right? The show Preacher?
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
Okay, he plays Adolf Hitler in Preacher.
Okay.
He's in like 40 episodes of the show because the one guy hallucinates and sees him all the time.
Right.
Or no, he's in hell with ass mouth or butthole face. What the heck's his name?
Arse face.
There we go. Arse face. We don't have to get in the weeds too much. But the movie made a lot of money. It had about $115 million budget and made $250 million worldwide.
Oh, good for them. That's why they made a second one.
Yeah. It surpassed Pokemon. It was the first Pokemon movie. Mewtwo Strikes Back in 1998 was the highest grossing video game adaptation both domestically and worldwide. It held that record for 9 years until surpassed. Well, Tomb Raider held that record then for 9 years until it was beaten by Prince of Persia Sands of Time in 2010, which I did not think that was like, I wouldn't have guessed that, right?
No, that was just because the price of tickets doubled or something.
Yeah, probably. Just barely inched it out because of inflation.
Yeah.
But then Prince of Persia, That was internationally, the worldwide record. But Tomb Raider held the domestic record for 18 years until it was passed by Pokemon Detective Pikachu in 2019.
Oh, wow. I like that
So
movie, though.
It beat Pokemon, and then it got beat by Pokemon. So I guess you got to make another one in like 7 years, another Tomb Raider that'll beat Pokemon.
Well, they just made one in 2018.
That's right. That was a good movie.
I like that one, yeah.
So this one, I don't know if it's good.
This one?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
I'd say it's meh to
Thank you
No problem.
for clarifying. The movie starts. It's basically the big backstory behind this is that every 5,000 years there's an alignment of all 9 planets. That's not true. That's not a real thing that happens. The 9 planets never align completely, and they never will.
They had to have once.
Well, it's because of the orientation and tilt of their orbits.
Right.
There's the closest they've ever been. They were in the same part of the sky in 949 AD, and it'll happen again on May 6th, 2492.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty far away.
Guys, I'm sure you'll be listening to this in 2492, so put it on the calendar. Just put it on your Google Calendar. Don't miss it.
It's going to be sweet.
So Angelina Jolie stars as one Laura Croft. So a lot of this trivia, I don't know how seriously to take it because a lot of the stuff in the IMDb trivia contradicts other stuff in the IMDb trivia. Like there was a whole story about how Angelina Jolie, she trained for like 3 months. She took it very seriously. She worked with guys that were like from the SAS, like the British Special Forces.
Right.
And she would be up at like 6 doing yoga. Like she took this opportunity. It seems by all accounts, she took it very seriously.
Makes sense.
But this was the same time when she was dating Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys, you might not remember this, younger crowd. You weren't around to see this, but I never felt creeped out. Like I don't give a shit about celebrity relationships. I don't follow the TMZ stuff.
No.
But this one I remember hearing about, and I remember being like, that's a little strange.
Yeah, didn't they wear like vials of each other's blood around their necks and shit?
Yes, they did that and wore it to award shows. I think they showed up at like, I don't know, the MTV Movie Awards or something, and Billy Bob Thornton's like, oh, we just had sex in the limo just now. And it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, get out of here.
It seemed like a very outwardly party lifestyle she was living.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that there's a story that she would get drug tested every day, which that was in the IMDb trivia. I don't know how true that is. It sounds silly.
Yeah, why the fuck would they care?
Yeah. So, I mean, she's showing, like, which one is it? Is it she has this mad dedication, or she's a party animal that's completely out of control and we have to make sure we watch her every 3 seconds? Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
So some of the trivia, I just tried to keep it plain Jane and fun stuff. That was one of them, that the 9 planets never align. Also, back then there were 9 planets in 2001.
Oh.
What happened now? What happens now in 2006? They didn't even plan for that.
Wow.
And anyway, so Angelina Jolie, Laura Croft, we start with this training sim, and I thought she was in like a centuries old tomb structure.
Yeah, how big is this fucking training room?
I don't have any idea. I thought she was like in a tomb, Tomb Raiders starting off in a tomb. Sure, why wouldn't we?
Yeah, well, so apparently she has infinite money to just make these fucking things in her house.
Okay, so that does... why? Why does she have so much money? Now, you could say it's like family money, like it came from her father, but her father was an archaeologist, just like her.
Yeah, was he a Tomb Raider on the side and stole shit to sell on the black market?
I don't think... If he was, I don't think she would have known or believed that.
Yeah.
It seems like they really, I don't know, like put her dad on a pedestal as like a good person, which is hilarious because it's John Voight and he fucking sucks. But anyway.
Maybe it's just generational money.
Maybe it was from before them. I mean, it's Great Britain. It could have been from the fucking tea company. Like, who knows?
Exactly.
Gross. So she's just like jumping around. She fights this huge ass robot. They have that 90s fucking... I wish I should have looked up what the hell that song is called.
That techno-y shit. It's like Prodigy or something.
Yeah, it's like... And if you heard it, I swear to God, there'd be a generation of people listening to this that would hear that and be like, oh, I know exactly. Like, I'm there. I'm in that fight scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is gray and different shades of black and gunmetal. We've all been there. It was the 90s.
Yeah. And this robots like destroying the fucking buildings, the fake, I guess, tomb. Do they rebuild this fucking thing every time?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, was this just a training ground? Like, they get some asshole art student to like carve out fake temples just for like authenticity in case she needs to fight a robot at a tomb?
Or it's just priceless artifacts that they just don't care about anymore.
That's what I was thinking that too. I didn't know how to feel about that.
That's fucked up if it is.
If she's a Tomb Raider, like there's an obvious analog with Lara Croft to Indiana Jones. Like,
Right.
there's a connection there, a spiritual successor, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah, but she's just doing it for the clout, though.
that's what I don't understand. Is that her? Is she more of a this belongs in a museum type person, or more of a ooh, look at all the stuff I can sell?
I don't know. I just know there's one point in the movie where Daniel Craig says, well, unlike her, I'm in it for strictly the money.
Yeah, what is so she's not.
So she just wants to, I don't know. I really don't get it.
I don't even. I think she's a super like insanely wealthy person who has crafted their own reality, and in this reality, she hunts treasure.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is so much sadder if you look at it. Anyway,
It really is. Did she ever
so
find
sad.
anything? Who knows?
No, she just keeps looking. She's never going to find it. She's going to die out there falling out of a fucking plane or off a boat or something.
Oh my God, yeah. Like airdropping a fucking Jeep into the fort, whatever.
Which did not have nearly enough parachutes on it.
No,
Like
not at all.
I'm not a genius when it comes to that shit, but I've seen like videos of them dropping like tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks almost comical how large those parachutes are. Because you have to, whatever, mass, gravity, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Anyway, we can move on. We don't need to talk about Poppascotch Gravity Hour. We'll save that for a Patreon someday. Anyway, so Laura kills this robot bodyguard. I love it. Something about this being a 90s action movie, I just love how she rips off a panel like by beating it with a gun.
Yeah.
And then
rips its
just
fucking
grabs
cord.
a fucking grip of wires and just yanks the whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, that'll do it.
That's how you got to do it, I guess.
I don't have any idea how this robot's constructed. I don't know if those are there for any reason. I mean, it's an attack robot, so why wouldn't that stuff, could it possibly have like fake wires on it to try and trick it? And then I'm like, no, that's good. It's dead. You
Yeah.
ripped out the wire bunch.
That's all there is to it.
So this does seem insanely dangerous for a training exercise.
Yeah, exactly. Because he even says that it was told to kill her, not to stop.
And he just kind of like wasn't paying attention.
No, he's never paying attention to anything.
No, he misses a lot of. That's a repeat gag in this movie. Is this guy not looking at his screen? Something's blaring on the screen. He's like, oh shit. And then has to react.
Yeah.
At least 3 times.
It's always rocking out to something.
I kind of still like him though.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. But anyway, I did read, and there's a piece of trivia here. The robot was a mix of CGI and practical effects. And I thought that compared to action sequences later in the film, this was the best looking one.
Yes, by far.
Like, yeah, this looked real good. I mean, the music, but the robot fight looked great.
Yeah, they must have been able to render metallic objects way better than stone objects or something.
Yeah, something, I think a lot of it has to do with, I mean, it has a billion factors to do with it, and I don't do special effects for a living, but I do realize that light is very hard to match the light sources. So when you're pressed for time, which this apparently was, they did their best.
Yeah, it worked.
But this sequence, we'll get to those sequences. This one looked good. This was good.
Yeah, this one was good.
And then Laura drags the robot back to the monitoring room where we meet her staff. We meet her Q, Bryce. We talked about him, the actor. And then we also meet her butler, Hillary, who I don't know what to make of this guy.
He's just a live-in butler, just personal assistant, I guess.
He's like a live-in butler, and he seems like a little uptight, but that makes sense. He's a butler.
Right.
He's got to be. That's part of his job, be on top of a billion tasks. So, but at the same time, you're like, oh, he's not a coward because he just pulled out a shotgun and put on a vest to go
Right.
jump into a firefight. Like, this guy kicks ass. So this is her staff. This is her entire staff that works at this place.
Yeah, there's 3 people in this giant mansion.
God, it's got to be weird, right? Like, what if you lived at your boss's house in a trailer outside of their mansion, and you basically got as much money as you wanted, I assume, to make like robots and shit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty badass.
I know, right? I think he's living the dream here.
Hell yeah. I definitely live inside, though.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I'd at least want an indoor bathroom.
Yeah.
Call me uptight, call me a little
You bougie fuck.
I want indoor plumbing. Call me fancy. What? I've been called worse. And then we get the PG-13 shower sequence here for no reason.
That's exactly how I wrote it too.
Like no reason for this at all. There was some fun trivia where Angelina Jolie had apparently recently got a Billy Bob Thornton tattoo on her arm. So they had fun trying to like conceal it in the shower.
Oh,
the shower sequence.
Yeah.
And she comes out of the shower and Hillary's like, which one of these dresses do you want? And she's like, get the fuck out of here. And this is an important scene because Hillary's like, a lady should be modest. And then she takes off her towel and like walks away and is like, yeah, a lady should be modest, huh? And it's kind of her saying like, I'm no lady here. I'm a tough badass.
It's her way of saying, shut the fuck up and do what I say.
Yeah. It's like, who signs the paychecks? That's right. So we switch to this scene where there's a bunch of old white dudes questioning a guy named Powell. So you know they're evil.
Oh, yeah. Some type of cult.
And he's like, where's the key? Why haven't you found it yet? Where is it? We want this right now. And Powell's like, I'll find it. I need a little more time. The planetary alignment hasn't happened yet, and I didn't miss it until, I'm the best chance yet, blah, blah, blah. He's selling himself pretty well here.
You got 1 week.
They give him a week. And he's like, I know we'll have it, so it's no big deal. And he walks out, and that's a sequence setting up the bad guy Powell.
Right.
Hillary pops in back at the mansion, drops off some potential jobs, and she's like, hey, it's the 15th. That's not a good day, blah, blah, blah. It's like a sequence that really over dramatically presents that her father has been dead for 16 years, and he died or disappeared on the 15th. So it's never a good day for her, and that's all she thinks about.
Was it May 15th or was it every 15th she thinks of it?
That's a great question, too. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think there probably is an answer because they did give the date of when the alignments happened, but I forgot to write it down. Whatever. You guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just know he's gone missing on May 15th in 1990, whatever, 80.
I think it was 87.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever.
I could be wrong about that too. Anyway, for some reason here in my note, I wrote she's aware of the planetary alignment. I guess they also mentioned that.
Oh, because she's looking through her big telescope and sees it.
Oh, that's right. She has that massive telescope.
Yeah, she's like, my dad would have loved to see this.
And then she has a dream. There's a dream sequence. It's very obviously a dream sequence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where Laura is hanging with her dad. She's talking about this evening when she's a child, and her dad is telling her about the key. So that's why she knows about it. And she wakes up and hears this like clock ticking.
She hears it from across the fucking mansion.
Yeah, so in the trivia, I read something and it was pretty interesting. They said when they tested the movie with American audiences assumed that the clock started with the alignment.
That's what she assumes.
And then the British audiences all assumed that she was like hearing it like supernaturally as like part of her dream. And that's what got her to it.
I thought it woke her up.
That's what I thought too. I thought she heard it.
Yeah, she says she did. And that's how she found the secret room where it was hidden.
Hidden under the stairs. The secret room under the stairs. I bet there's all kinds of secret rooms and mansions like that. I would make them.
Fuck yeah. And did you see the secret room had plenty of other artifacts and shit in it?
Tons of cool shit. Like the coolest shit.
Yeah. I think I saw the Ark of the Covenant in there.
I think she sat on it. I think that's what she was sitting. So she finds a clock. She takes it to Bryce. And she says and states that it started when the alignment started. Or I guess the alignment kind of works in stages, which is going to be a big part of this.
3 planets aligned and then something other shit, yeah.
I guess like 2 or 3 have now aligned and they're like, okay, that's when the planet started. And there's 2 other milestones we hit. But Laura is sick of him taking apart the case and just hits it with a hammer. And I was like, damn, just give him a minute. Christ, he's unscrewing the thing.
He's on screw 14. There's 2 more screws. Let him go.
Yeah. So she destroys it and finds the all-seeing eye, or do they call it the triangle? What do they call this thing?
She called it the all-seeing eye. There was a picture of the all-seeing eye on the key, I guess.
The key. There we go. And then I also thought, and I thought about this way later, but it's a triangle. Why are there not 3 pieces? And then I read in the trivia that there was in one of the original versions of the script, but they didn't have the money to go to that 3rd location.
And it wouldn't make sense to be on opposite sides of the Earth if there were 3 of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they'd be weirder to say there were 3 evenly spaced out pieces, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be strange. And secondly, why don't they just like go out in the ocean and drop them? One in the Pacific, one in the Atlantic.
Well, they made it so you could get him again, though.
But why?
I don't know. Yeah, that's
like, why go through the length of stopping someone from ever joining these two again by hiding them on opposite ends of the planet? Like,
Yeah,
why
and
would you
giving
go through that but not dump them in an ocean?
And you have a very specific, like, 4-day window to figure everything out, and it has to be exact time.
That's why they were probably like, this is definitely going to be good enough. How the fuck is someone going to get to the other side of the planet in 4 days?
Exactly.
Get out of here. Oh, they had no idea planes were going to happen.
Nope.
Ah, poor bastards. So she fucks right off to this auction, and she meets with her mentor, I guess, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, he's just a guy who knows a lot about antiquity.
And so Daniel Craig is also here doing business stuff. This is where we meet his character, and he clearly has a history with Laura. I don't know if it's romantic or if it's just they work in the same field.
They've seen each other in Tombs raiding.
Yeah, exactly. They run into the set. Like, what are you doing here? You know, like it.
They went to the Tomb Raider convention last year.
Yeah, exactly. They go to the same conventions. You know, they're on the same Reddit threads, the same forums. It was going to happen eventually.
Exactly.
So after this, she goes back. She meets up with Mr. Wilson in private, and he takes a look at the thing, and he's like, geez, I don't know what the hell this is. I have no idea. This whole thing's a mystery. I also think it's very weird that Daniel Craig is here playing an American, and he's British, and Angelina Jolie is playing a British person, and she's American.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I guess we'll just go with that. Let's just go with it.
Right.
So Laura thinks that this key thing is the triangle of light, and, you know, he's like, I don't know, I have no idea. She leaves, and he calls her later and says, hey, I don't know what this is, but I think I know a guy named Manfred Powell that might know something.
Ah, interesting.
And then he slams a bunch of booze. He definitely seemed distressed here.
Yes, because he looks at a picture of her dad that he has on his desk and says, I'm sorry.
So does he come back?
No.
I don't think he comes
just
back.
knows Manfred Powell is up to some nefarious shit.
Like it kind of, I got the idea that he kind of gave her to Manfred Powell.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like gave her up, and I had no idea why. I think it was because there was a deleted scene here where Powell has Wilson, and then he cuts off his head. So
Really?
Yeah, that got cut from the movie.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't be PG-13 then, would it?
Yeah, exactly. So he might have said to all these dealers, "Hey, if you find this thing, let me know.
Yeah,
and if you don't, I'll kill you."
That's fair.
Or Powell might have known Laura's dad had it. I think he did, right?
Yeah, because he's like besties with Laura's dad.
So he probably knew where Laura would go for this. But
yeah, if she actually found it in the mansion, he'd be like, oh, okay. Well, I got to call this guy. Or he's part of the Illuminati too. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be that too. There's multiple ways it could have got back to Powell. But anyway, next day, Laura goes to meet Powell. And this is the weirdest fucking meeting I've ever seen, because it looks like there's people milling around like it's a party, but not like a fun party. It looks more like an art opening, and people are just kind of walking around with drinks looking at the house.
Yeah, it's like he has his own museum in his house or something.
Yeah, it was a weird vibe.
Yeah. Another rich guy.
Another weird rich guy, but it was like a daytime, I've written down in my notes, like a daytime cocktail hour.
Yeah.
But she shows it to him, and he's like, I don't know what this is, and I know what everything is. So I'm interested in what's going on here. What could this be? Like, my ignorance amuses me.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking great line. And I love how we go back to the house for a brief scene, and where it's Bryce is there, and Bryce just reiterates that. He's like, he said, my ignorance amuses me. Who talks like that?
Yeah.
And she goes, it doesn't matter. He's a fucking liar. Like, I don't know him at all, but I met him and I talked to him, and I know he's a liar.
Yeah, I know he's a piece of shit. I'm going to go blow off some steam with a bungee dance.
And boy, are we going to talk about this.
Dude, that looks so fucking fun. That's all I could think. I was like, I would try the hell out of that.
So my first thought was, like, she's dressed for bed. It's nighttime.
Yeah, it's like her thing to do before bed.
Yeah, I get like a relaxation thing, or maybe even a stretching thing.
Yeah.
But I just clocked it in my head as just like the weird, like, rich people who have so much money they can create their own reality, just do weird shit.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And I should have looked it up. I didn't get a chance to, but I wanted to look up Is this a thing? Like, do people have bungee rigs in their house?
Not in their house. I'm sure it's like they got something like that at a gymnastics type park or something, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's not totally out of character for Laura. I mean, we did just see her live fire exercise a robot in the beginning of the movie at her house. So
Right.
this is a step back, I feel like, if we're going to buy that first scene.
Yeah, but I don't know. It helps you figure out how to do flips and shit, I guess.
Yeah, and she really started working it because all of a sudden these dudes just start attacking. And they're like SWAT guys.
What? Mercenary guys.
Yeah, mercenary SWAT looking guys with big guns. And I did read in the trivia, she doesn't shoot any of them.
No, she never picks up a gun. Well, she does pick up a gun, but she doesn't use it.
Yeah, she picks up a gun and she fires towards somebody when they're like in the garage, and then she hits someone with the gun.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. I don't think she kills anyone in this.
She might have killed them. She cuts their cords and shit when they're rappelling down from the ceiling.
Oh, they're pretty fucked up. Yeah, that's a good point.
At this point, I was like, she kicks a guy through concrete or marble banister. I'm like, how fucking cheaply put together is this goddamn house?
Yeah, exactly. She just kicks him right through and it just crumbles like it's a battlefield game.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
It's awesome. But she starts dispatching them, doing cool bungee tactics with cool soundtrack going on here. And this is the moment where I was talking about earlier where Hillary grabs a shotgun and a bulletproof vest and starts taking some fire off of her.
Yeah.
But it was all a distraction.
Right.
Because the whole point was for them to come in and steal the key, which they do and they get out.
She knew it was coming.
And this is where I kind of got confused because did Powell know that she had the key or did he just assume someone with the key would come to visit Wilson?
No, I think he just had his feelers out in the field. Like, if you see anything that resembles this key or has the fucking all-seeing eye on it, you let me know ASAP. And he just got lucky.
Okay, but I think then it's crazy. Not saying you're wrong, obviously, that does make sense. He's so confident with the Illuminati guys and he doesn't even have the key.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That was like the first part to this shit. Anyway.
Yeah,
so,
but what's he going to do? Be like, maybe you can get it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not looking good. You should probably hire someone else. I guess I'll give you your money back. No, they're going to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got to act like that.
Laura gets a message that was delivered to her home, but it was from her father before he died. It's a Back to the Future situation. Yeah. Deliver this on this day in the future. And she used the clues to find a hidden message in a poetry book, and it tells her that the clock holds the key. And, she already figured that out. It's the Triangle of Light. It was made from a meteor that hit on the last planetary alignment 5,000 years ago, and it was split. This is the whole back lore. This is the back lore of what we're looking for. The Triangle of Light, which was split into two parts and hidden at opposite ends of the world. The Illuminati are after the pieces, and she has to find and destroy both halves of the triangle. That's your lore dump. That's what we're doing now in the movie.
Yeah, and at this point, I was like, ooh, he should have sent that a day earlier, dude.
I know, right?
Idiot.
Oh, man. But still, getting it anywhere near the time is impressive.
Yeah,
but he was gone for 16 years, and at no point did she decide to renovate anything under the steps. They're just saying.
That's true. She's too busy building and fucking rebuilding her training grounds.
And fighting robots and shit.
Exactly.
So we move on, and her Jeep is getting this. This is the parachute thing. She's getting a Jeep dropped off in Cambodia.
Right. That's genius. I like how they just gloss over. It's like, how you getting to Cambodia? Like, I know some people.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden we cut to her literally getting airdropped into Cambodia.
Right.
In a Jeep. Like, she's sitting in the Jeep.
It's so bad looking.
And this was actually a very interesting piece of trivia. This movie right here was the first Hollywood film to be done in Cambodia since Lord Jim in 1965.
Oh, they actually filmed in Cambodia?
Yeah, they actually filmed in Cambodia, and it was the first Hollywood film to do it since 1965 because of that whole, Vietnam War thing.
Right. That's cool.
And she heads to a temple. She sees Powell sitting there. And hey, look, it's Alex West, too. And the locals are seemingly hitched up to some kind of door where they're trying to rip it off. And Laura, luckily, she's like, I think I know another way in. I'm seeing weird ghost children. And
yeah, follow the giggling ghost girl and the butterflies.
Yeah, that'll do it. And that takes her right to a spot where she's like, oh, a door. I wonder if I could get, and bam, sinkhole. out of nowhere.
Boom. Falls right in the cave.
Falls right into the cave. And somehow, through this series of events, they pull the door off. Powell and Laura, they all arrive in the main room at the same time.
Now, if the baddies knew of this temple already, why didn't they like excavate it, have it all ready to go if they knew they had to be there at this exact time?
That's what I was just going to ask you. How did they know? Because I think Powell knew the first piece was in Cambodia because he knows where the second piece is and she doesn't.
Yeah. Well, he's done his research, or Alex did the research. I don't know.
But was that the split that like he knew where the sites were? I guess her father also knew where the sites were, but it doesn't matter because he's dead.
Right.
And he didn't tell her. And he kept the key from him, I guess.
Yeah, it must
Whatever.
have been. Well, maybe the Illuminati, everybody knows where the sites are.
Good point.
Yeah. It has to be. It has to be what it is.
So this is a sequence where they call Mr. West a Tomb Raider, which they use it like as a derogatory word. But
Yeah.
that's like the name of the friend. They say the name of the movie, and that's what I wanted to highlight, but they use it as a slur almost.
Yeah.
Maybe not a slur, but
Well, because they're like, well, you're just in it for the money. You're just a fucking merc Tomb Raider guy. And I think this is where he says, yeah, that's why he hired me, because I'm in it for the money and she's not.
he's in it for the glory, or he said something like that,
Yeah, glory or just for the, I don't know, clout. I don't remember what he said.
for the thrill. Anyway, so they start solving this puzzle. I thought it was dumb enough. I thought it was a shout out that was dumb enough for the game.
Yeah.
How you solve all these puzzles and levers and all this shit. I was like, this is fine.
Put the swords in the ground. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how he fucking figured this out. But anyway, so they take the swords off of this Vishnu, I believe, is the type.
Yeah, it's a type of god, I guess. Some type
The
of,
type of god has like 4 arms,
right.
like a Goro situation, but only with 4 arms, not 6.
Yeah. Well, Goro only had 4.
Did he? Or I thought he had 6.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, now we gotta look it up.
God damn it.
Oh, you're right. Goro has 4 arms. All right, so it's a Goro situation.
Yeah. All right. So it's a Goro, like, that's supposed to be guarding this big statue
Yes, it's
of it.
a Goro statue god is guarding this piece. All right, we got there.
There
we
you go.
got
There
there.
you go.
Ooh, what a ride. So they put the swords in the floor. They're about to put the piece, the key thing into the floor. And Laura's like, whoa. That's not the right key. Remember, she popped out of nowhere.
Yeah. And she just happened to know where the right key was.
Exactly. She knew exactly where it was. Again, we have no idea how. Like, she didn't find a book that told her.
She was in the right place at the right time.
Just intuited it. She might be supernatural, some kind of oracle being, maybe. That makes more sense.
That's why. That's where she gets the money.
From oracling. Just get from sports betting. That's all she does.
There you go. Nice.
That's a weird backstory for Laura Croft.
That'd be awesome.
So she convinces them that she's correct. And this is like, is this the scene? I believe it's where he's doing like a countdown because it
Yeah.
has to hit the second the planets align. So they got to be right here. And he's counting down, time's running down. Powell's like, fuck, I believe her. So he throws her the key. She turns, she opens it. And then there's a sequence where it drops a huge ass log on a rope that needs to hit this urn that the god is holding. And she has to ride it to give it a little bit more juice. And then it hits it and it unlocks a liquid metal polyalloy, just like in Terminator 2.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought it was mercury.
It looks like, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
I think they use mercury to get the effect. But
It's a life force, actually.
it's a life force. It's a metal life force.
Yeah, there we go.
And so Laura sees the piece in this liquid metal polyalloy. She grabs it. It seems to be like seeping into these statues and they become warriors. And this is where we have to, park this for a second and talk about how bad this CGI is.
Oh, God. There's a part here where she destroys one of the creatures, the guardians or whatever, and it starts like, it becomes all fucking like laggy almost.
I didn't notice that.
It's when she swings the big log into the guy with 3 heads.
Oh, okay.
And it goes like really like slow and choppy. Like their computers couldn't handle it.
Like they couldn't process the whole thing at that speed.
Yeah. It's
I should check
weird.
that out again. Yeah, but this was a different time. Like this CGI back then was extremely expensive. It was really hard to make it look good. Even in 2001, like The Matrix had made it look amazing, but that was like top of the line, super innovative, and that was only 2 years before this.
Yeah.
Those kind of techniques and thresholds that The Matrix got to wouldn't be replicated for another couple years.
Yeah, but the
But-
Matrix wasn't doing anything with like monsters and shit either.
No, they weren't. But the way they shot the action felt more fluid and real than any sequence in this. This felt kind of like silly and comic booky,
Yeah,
but it's a video game movie.
exactly.
It makes sense. It's part of it. And anyway, the CGI is terrible. The big baddie, the Vishnu thing came alive. Laura pumps 1 billion rounds into it, and then it just kind of like flips its face over.
Right, like it has 3 lives.
Yeah, it's a fun little nod to a boss fight and maybe a multi-stage boss fight. You know, it's video gamey.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of dumb, but it also showed a moment where she's like, okay, shooting it's not going to cut this.
Mm-hmm.
Rope swings back. She does like a fucking double kick. What do you call that? Flying leg kick?
Yeah, sure.
What's that? What's that move where you leave both feet and hit them with
Just like a jump kick.
a spear? Let me look this up. This is great. We're doing great.
No, the spear would be with your shoulder, right?
Where's our wrestling finisher move lock of the week guy? We'd be so much more helpful if he were here.
It's just a flying drop kick. I don't know.
Is it drop kick? Is that what? Yeah, drop kick. There we go.
All
Good Lord. That took too long. So anyway, we'll move on. So Laura escapes just in time, and she somehow gets past everybody at the front door, just like, and it runs past them.
Yeah. Like, hey, come get me.
Like, yeah, they didn't think for a second she might get out behind them, and whatever. So she's standing at the edge of a waterfall somehow, and Alex is there with a gun. He's like, give me the thing. Come on, don't do this. And she's like, you're not going to shoot me. And she jumps off the waterfall, somehow surviving.
Yeah, that was like a shout out to Tomb Raider 1 when you could hold select when you jumped and you could do a swan dive.
Oh, yeah. And then you could do that into like concrete and made a horrifying sound of like a cut off scream and meat hitting the floor. It was gross.
Oh, so cool.
It was pretty close. So it was really gnarly, actually, for the time. Like 98 or whatever. Anyway, so where are we here? Okay, here we go.
Jumps in the waterfall.
Jumps in the waterfall. She gets out. She goes to a call Powell, and she's like, hey, I have your piece. And he's like, okay, let's meet in Venice because, you don't know where the second piece is.
That's bold of him to think that.
This is where I have a huge problem with the plot.
Oh, right here only.
Yeah, only right here. So her mission is to get the pieces and destroy them.
Right.
The thing can't work unless it has all the pieces, right?
Yes.
So she has one.
Yeah, why not just destroy that?
That's what I'm saying. Why not just destroy that? No one can do the next stage because they won't be able to have both pieces.
I'll do one better. Why didn't she just let him do the booby trap in the beginning of the temple and let him die that way?
That's a good point too. Or why doesn't she just shut up and they wouldn't have done the ritual correctly? Like, there's a lot of ways that this is silly. For some reason, Laura's mission is to have both pieces in her hands and destroy both of them, or the mission's a failure.
Well, she does want to go back in time and save her dad still.
It's there. Yeah, for sure. That is definitely a part of this because she still wants to do that.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It's never super clear which is more of her motivation.
It's got to be what it is. I mean, why else would she even, or she just really wants to see it put together and see if it does anything at all.
Yeah, like, is she strictly abiding to the second I find them, I'm destroying them? Or is she like, well, if I have it, though,
Yeah, like,
maybe I can see my dad.
it is curious. I'll just like to say hi to him at least once,
Yeah. But the movie's moving so fast that we don't even think about that.
No.
We just go right to Venice. Like, we cut to Venice. And actually, we just cut to the meeting. Sorry. We cut right to the meeting. And Powell pitches her on being partners. And Laura's like, well, who's in charge then? And he's like, I will totally be second in command, I swear. Which he won't.
No.
And he's like, your father sat there too. He was in the Illuminati. And she's like, no, he would have told me. Don't tell me that. And he says, if you let me win here, I can control time and I will give you your father back.
It's tempting her. You can see it.
And she's like, yeah, the wheels are turning. She ultimately declines and walks away, but there was a pause. There was quite a pause.
Right.
So Daniel Craig then is at his apartment, or not his apartment, he's at his hotel room in Venice. And there's a moment where he thinks someone got in the room and he's completely naked out of the shower. And he pulls his gun on a poor maid. And then Angelina Jolie is there and he's completely naked. And they have a talk. And I don't know why they did any of this scene.
I know why. They had to put the guy in the shower for the PG-13 shower scene.
You think for equality?
Yep.
Like that negated the side boob we saw earlier?
Yep. It's a little something for the ladies. You get to see his cum gutters.
Don't ever say those words. Gross.
It was gross. I'm sorry.
I also did see in the trivia that this scene was cut. Like it was cut from the movie. And then test audiences said, you know, we'd really like to see more of that West guy.
So
he was so charming.
This is the only scene they had. And they're like, all right, fine.
Yeah, this was the only one that didn't massively change the story. So they're like, we can throw this in, whatever. And they just did, I guess. IMDb trivia for you.
Yeah, all right. Well, there it is.
So anyway, Laura shows up to wherever they are staging this event to Siberia, and she's seemingly playing along with everything. Bryce is here too. They're traveling in the same helicopter, and they're like, hey, why are you bringing Powell, dude? Why are you bringing two of these people? You know, what's Laura and this West guy doing here? And Powell's like, you know, no one knows. He doesn't say this out loud, but he basically is like, 2 Tomb Raiders are better than 1.
Yeah, in case there's booby traps, they'll know stuff that we don't.
Yeah, he's like, this is, you know, just good management. 2 heads better than 1. You know, 2 people thinking about the problem. Maybe one is the answer. Maybe the other one does. You know, it's great. It's good.
Yeah.
Better have a backup.
It totally makes sense to me. I mean, like, she did just save your guys' lives, the first temple.
And then I guess Laura's going because this is where the second piece is. Like, what? I don't know why else. To destroy the things, I guess we talked about. Whatever. So they arrive in this ruined city in Siberia, and the military shows up with those duck boats.
Yeah, those
the
are
ones
sweet.
That they just drive right into the water. They're from like World War II.
Amphibious attack vehicles.
And then, like, we had this sequence where Laura's standing on the beach and this little girl pops up behind her and is like, you're not going to get your dad back. And she disappears.
It's another ghost girl.
Turns into a flower or something. There's just, what is it? Why? Why are there these ghost children?
It's got to be
like,
something to do with time distortions or something. Or it's just, I don't know, supernatural. It's a spirit world.
It's weird that it happens near both sites. Or is it her going insane? I don't know what's going on.
I think it's all in her head.
It very well could be just trauma. I don't know.
She's still not over her dad who's been dead for 16 fucking years.
Not at all. Like, not even close.
Yeah.
She fires off live rounds in her house at Robots. She's got some stuff going on. All right.
I mean, she's
working
bounces
through
around
something.
on a bungee cord.
Yeah, she's working through something. So we get this huge sequence, like scene of them traveling to the crater. It's like a fucking duck boat ride, and then it's ice fields with dog sleds, and then it's dog sleds in a cave. Like, there's a lot of this.
Yeah, it's a good 10-minute journey.
Too much screen. Like, we're heading into the last sequence of the film, and boy, are they building it up.
Right.
But they get into this main chamber and start scrambling to figure out where the heck the eye goes. There's this machine in the middle, and I don't know, it's huge. The best way I can describe it is it's the size of, I don't know, 1.5 McDonald's play places. The good ones.
Yeah, I'd say
90s.
about that. And it's just the solar system. It's a model of the solar system.
Yeah, and everything kind of like branches out from the bottom and spins. So people are like, especially the goons with the guns, are jumping on it and trying to figure out where the fuck to put the key. And Laura's like, I know where it is. I don't know how she knew this is where it was.
Well, actually,
Were there clues?
Alex is like, I bet you it's in the sun. Let's both race to see who can get there first. And there's another thing here where she's like, there's these little fucking floating weird spirit-like looking things. And you're like, oh my God, what's that? And a dog jumps through it. And she's like, oh, those are time storms. Like, it's the fucking most natural thing.
That's a good point. I almost forgot about the time storms. It was another rough visual effect, but it was basically, yeah, the dog jumped through it, got its skin ripped off, and then you saw its muscles, and then it rebuilt and came out the other side fine. And they're like, oh, it's a time distortion. Time doesn't work the same here. And it's just like floating around like a fucking half-filled helium balloon.
Right? I would have been so eager to be like, I kind of want to walk through one.
I want to put my hand in it.
Yeah, at least.
I bet the dog's fine. If I dive headfirst through it, what's that going to be like?
Exactly. There's a pool right here. I'll just jump right through into the pool.
There you go. Will I live 9 lifetimes, or will I give all feelings at once? Who knows?
I don't know. It would be fun to try.
All right, so we're definitely going to do that next time we come into a time distortion pod doodle sprite.
Yeah. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully. So their best idea, like I said, climbing it, swinging around. Anyway, Laura like goes to the bottom of it, which is attached to, I don't know, and she shoves it in. She figures it out. All right. She figures it out. And then they're like, oh, neat. And then she just gets fucking sucked up into the globe.
Yeah, right into the sun and spit out across the room.
Just right sucked up. And then it just blasts her right back out and she has the piece.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
so
what was
weird.
it like in there?
So weird. Like, it felt like such a cop out. Like, how about you just open a panel and it's in there? Like, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
Or like, one of the, you get another swinging log and it hits a statue, the statue bursts and there's the piece in there. Something like that. Something. This was so dumb. It was like an extra step of like mystical we didn't need.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, now you can make people disappear and reappear. So dumb.
And distort through time, which I know you guys did say there was some funky time stuff going on. I guess this is kind of trying to support it, but I don't know.
It's more like,
I think it would have been better if they left the whole question of does this thing actually work for time travel until the end.
yeah, exactly.
Because now we're expecting it to happen. Because
Yeah.
we've seen weird time shit happening.
Why were there time storms at this place but not the other place?
That's a great
Because
question.
they brought the second piece with them, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
I mean, you're giving the movie a lot more grace than I am. But anyway, so the old man Illuminati guy shows up. I didn't even put his name down here, but he does this speech with both pieces being like, I can control the thing. And Powell's like, no, you can't. And has all his boys shoot all the Illuminati's boys.
That was pretty good. I like that.
And, okay, make a note here. Remember this point. So Powell then has both pieces. He puts them together himself. Nothing happens. He's like, what's going on? So Powell very quickly gets wise to the fact that Laura knows why it didn't work.
But she doesn't really know. She has an inkling.
She doesn't. He believes that she knows, and I got the vibe that he believes that she knows and isn't telling him.
Well, apparently she does.
Well, of course, she's Laura Croft. She knows all these puzzles.
He's like, well, she's a genius, and so was her dad, so she's got to know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, it's very nepotism, right? Like, well, she was great, so the kid's gonna be anyway.
Yeah.
So Powell reacts to this by throwing his knife into Daniel Craig's heart, and he falls in the water pool behind him, which we don't need to talk about why there's a water pool underground in Siberia, but fine, whatever, it's there.
That's gotta be cold.
I'd be freezing, right? And
Never
Laura
think of
Croft
that.
like dries off instantly, and she's only wearing a tank top. Whatever. All right, this is too many things. Too many things. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys. So Laura takes the key.
Oh my god, she does this like it's fucking old hat. Like she fucking.
I know, like, I can't believe you idiots didn't think of this. And she tosses the key into the time distortion thing, and it like rips apart the whole clock, and you can see every moving piece in it.
But she needs that guy's fucking laser sight to find the time distortion thing?
Which was just floating around earlier.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
And why does the laser sight work in this dead zone, which we've previously not mentioned? It's supposed to be a dead zone where no electronics work.
Ah, that's right. That's why they had to bring the dogs.
Instead of like vehicles, yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
So, a lot of stupid shit. All right, we'll blast through it. We're blasting through.
Okay.
So, she can't save Daniel Craig. He dies. She comes up back on the shore with Powell, which was awkward. It's weird to swim to a fight. And then Powell says, well, it's not a big deal. If you help me and we get this done, we can control time and we can go back and save him. It's only a couple minutes ago.
Right.
So Laura decides to help and she throws... Oh, no, sorry. This is the clock distortion part.
Oh, yes.
So when she throws the thing into the clock distortion, she pulls out a little piece and then drops it into the two fucking puzzle pieces that make a triangle. And I'm very confused. It like blasts them to the shadow realm.
Yeah, why did they both go?
I don't know. Was it a proximity thing?
It might have been. Must have been.
And he just fucking starts drifting off to God knows where.
Well, they have to run up a giant pyramid to race to see who gets the fucking
Oh, that's right.
thing at the top.
And this is all in some kind of shadow realm. This is not an Earth.
Yeah.
An earthly plane.
Exactly.
A spectral one.
I wonder if that's what the inside of the sun looked like, too. Just another pyramid she had to run up.
That's a good question. Maybe.
That's why she was better at it.
That's why she knew exactly what... Well, she would have got to it quick. Anyway. Too many nitpicks. So he drifts off and fucks off to God knows where. She gets to meet her dad and her real life dad, Angelina Jolie's real life father, John Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
Also.
I didn't even put that together.
and he doesn't have an accent, which is straight. But we'll continue. So they have a conversation. He's like, no, I didn't tell you because I wanted to keep you safe, and that's why I didn't tell you about the Illuminati. And she's like, well, you should have told me. And he's like, maybe. Anyway.
Yeah, he's like, I would have gotten to it maybe if I didn't die.
Yeah, don't save me, though. Don't fuck with time like this. Just destroy the pieces, please.
Yeah.
And she's like, but that's not fair. Like, our time was stolen. He's like, well, it is what it is. It's not fair. Destroy it. Do it.
Exactly.
It's much more heartwarming than I'm making it sound, but...
Is it, though?
She's very cold.
Yeah, so is he, pretty much. Like, you think she'd be crying or he'd be crying or something. Like, oh my God, you're all grown up.
It's very strange because, yeah, you would think... Because they're supposed to be each other. Like, they're supposed to be, because they came in contact with the key at some point, that's why they're hitting this moment of different times in their lives.
Right, yeah.
And that was the justification of how they're speaking to one another, but... You're right. I would expect a lot more crying and hugging and stuff unless... Why didn't you tell me?
Maybe it was just in her head, like the fucking ghost girls.
Maybe. The ghost girls, yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know. She like transports back to the moment the knife was thrown.
Yeah, I assume she just gets to pick whatever time she goes to now that she's holding the piece, the key.
I guess.
The triangle or whatever.
Or like, is it a rewind situation? Anyway, I don't understand why this works because it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like a cartoon bullet fucking thing.
Dude, this part's awesome.
Yeah, she goes back to the point where the knife that Powell threw is like halfway to Daniel Craig, and it's just it's like a frozen moment in time. So she goes to the knife and like really like struggling against it, working against it so hard she's grabbing the blade, her hand's bleeding. She turns it around at Powell. And then, I don't know, magically unfreezes time and it flies and hits himself.
Yeah, he threw the knife at himself.
So all his like fucking bros, all his mercs are like, all right, cool, let's get out of here. And they just leave.
He's like, yeah, they're like, oh, well, he was our paycheck. I guess our job's done.
And they just fuck right off.
Yeah.
So then we get the final showdown. We get Powell versus Laura. They both pull guns on each other because he's not dead. And they decide to shoot it out. So they pull guns on each other because he's not dead, and they decide to duke it out without guns. So they just start fighting, and this was a pretty decent fight sequence, I thought.
Yeah, this is after he tells her he killed her dad.
Oh, that's right. He did mention, I was the one that killed your dad. No idea if that's what happened, because her dad didn't say that.
No, but he did lie about this, because he's like, he begged for his life, and then they flash to it for like 2 seconds. And he's just like, I'm going to kill you. Okay.
Yep. So they fight, and eventually she slams him in the throat, and he dies immediately. And she takes back the locket that had belonged to her dad.
Wouldn't he been just choking the whole time? Like,
yeah, that's how that works. But we'll blast through it. We've got too many things.
right.
So the place starts collapsing around, and she barely gets out in time. And then for some reason, guys, why did we throw this sequence in here? I'm asking the filmmaker directly. Why did you throw in a sequence where she gets out of the cave, she sees the last dog sled waiting for her, the sled is destroyed, so she has to like grab the reins and like fucking barefoot slide, well, she wasn't barefoot, she had boots on or something, but she had to basically slide along the ice to get out of there.
And at this point, when I saw that, I was like, is that why they had to bring the dog sled the whole time? Just so they could do this stupid scene?
Oh, God, you're right.
Like, is that...
Well, it's only cool if she gets out. What if she gets out on her signature motorcycle? No, we can't justify bringing a motorcycle here.
Yeah, I really didn't get it. But then I was like, it looks like someone's actually doing that. Like
it does. The effect looked pretty decent.
Yeah. So maybe someone was just like, I want to do it. I'm the stunt guy. I'm doing it, right?
It was in our demo reel, so technically it's like 45% done. So if you just want to film a little bit, we can get a fucking barefoot sled dog.
What's your specialty? Barefoot sled dogging, dude.
Yeah, obviously. All right, yeah, put in the movie, whatever. We'll be in the cold at the end. We'll be in the cold in the third act. Anyway, so we go back to the mansion, and Laura meets up with Hillary, and she's wearing a stunning dress. Because remember earlier, he was like, you got dressed like a lady, because ladies are modest, and he's like, oh my God, what a dress. And she goes back to the house after paying some respects to her father's memorial stone.
Yeah, which makes me assume she does that every fucking day.
Oh, God. Let him go.
Seriously. You have closure now.
It's like a ritual. Like, it's not like she has the feelings. You know what I mean? It's just like she's going through the motions. It's real weird. This movie's really dark when you look at it like that, as a reflection of mourning and bored rich people.
Yeah, exactly.
So Hillary and Bryce are standing there. Hillary pulls a fucking thing off the serving tray, and it's two guns, and her robot's there, and she strikes a fucking the movie ends on a freeze frame. And it's Laura with her two guns ready to shoot this robot.
Yeah, but in her dress and a big bonnet.
That's what really happened. That was the last. And then the credits happened because this was before post-credit sequences.
Thank God.
It's wild to think that this came out less than a year before Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was so different from this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a huge swing. Apparently they made the money back, but
I mean, it did great. Everyone loves Laura Croft and Angelina Jolie. I thought she did well. I thought she kicked ass. She did great at kicking ass.
yeah.
She also played Laura in a way that was very similar to the video games, where she's very like Laura's very matter of fact. She's very focused. She doesn't have time for like any bullshit at all.
That's true.
And she's not really mean, like she's curt. And
yes.
I think she did a good job of that, but I don't know. I don't think that makes the most interesting character.
No, she seemed like even during the emotional part, she was just a robot.
Yeah, but we know Angelina Jolie can do that. Like we saw her in Girl Interrupted. She had crazy range in that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just, I guess, to keep it with the video game.
I guess. I think as far as video game movies go, this is not the worst one we've seen, but I don't think it was great. I don't, how do I put this? They're trying to be this mix of like a serious movie mixed with a goofiness of a video game.
Right.
Like the sequences, like especially the dog sledding scene and the fighting the Ghost Warrior metal alloy fucking guardians. Like those two specifically felt so out of place to the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I didn't like the supernatural bullshit.
Yeah, the whole thing with the sneaking, the ghost girls could just be cut. There's really no reason for that.
No, that just, I guess, is showing her internal state. Like, I don't know.
But like, it's weird because you have very specific action sequences, and then you have stuff like that where it's like more interpretive. Like it's more ethereal. It's more of supposed to be her psyche, and then you have these goofy action sequences. Like I don't know how seriously I'm supposed to take this movie.
Yeah, not at all, I guess.
I guess not. And they're trying to earn this like huge emotional payoff with her and her dad at the end, and I didn't feel like it earned it. I didn't feel like I don't think it was done well.
No, they don't show enough of like her growing up with him. Just like it's just her word. Like, yeah, he was the greatest dad. He would have told me anything. It's like, what? Really? We see one scene of him with her as a child.
Right. And we don't really establish in any way that she like exists to fulfill her father's legacy or whatever. Yeah. She didn't even know about this whole planetary alignment thing. Well, she knew the alignment was happening, but she didn't know there was like this whole relic adventure set up until she found the clock by accident. So
yeah, what
was she going to do in this movie if she didn't find that key?
Just wait for the alignment and look it through her fucking $1 billion telescope, I guess.
Yeah, this is a big telescope, guys. This is like the telescope room. You know what I mean?
Yes, this is something owned by a government.
Yeah, exactly. It was huge, but I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, if you got infinite money, what the fuck? I'd have one.
Yeah. Anyway, so we don't have infinite money, and I don't know. What would you say about this one? Could we recommend it?
It's just a dumb action movie. No, I still couldn't do it.
But like, I don't think it was terrible.
No, but I don't want to say it was total mid. I think it was, fuck. I don't know. This is a tough one.
It's hard. It's hard to classify this because there's moments of it that work and there are moments of it that are entertaining, but there's some that are just goofy and completely take me out of it. And there were just so many weird decisions.
Yeah, there definitely were.
I have to say that it certainly looked as if this Simon West guy had a vision. I don't know if it's one I like or the way I think someone would have went with Tomb Raider. Like I thought it'd be more cartoony or more serious. This was like a weird in the middle one.
Yeah. Well, they tried to make it. I think they tried to make it too serious. It should have just been like, because she doesn't really fight anything with those guns, just the robot.
Yeah, they said I think I read in the trivia here that in the game, like the video games, you fight animals. Like you fight a T-Rex at one point. Like
Yeah, and there's always wolves and shit. And
wolves
bears.
and bear and like all kinds of animals you fight. And because the director or producer or somebody loved animals, they didn't want to shoot any animals in the movie. That's why they had a robot in the beginning.
That makes sense. I mean, would you have wanted to see her shooting a bunch of dogs and shit?
No, I wouldn't have. But I don't know. The movie was, I don't think I can recommend it. I think if you want something that's at least fun, go watch Double Dragon. Like that's a dumb, fun video game movie. Or Mortal Kombat, any of them, except the second one. That was,
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you see it flipping through the channels, who the fuck flips through channels anymore anyway? But
if you saw it when I did see this in the theater growing up. I think I saw it in the theater. Maybe I didn't, but I watched it when it came out. I watched it probably around 2001 or 2002.
Yeah, I saw it pretty early, because I like Tomb Raider. It's a good game.
Absolutely. It was the first game I ever downloaded the demo for and played the demo and was like, I think I will purchase this game.
Really?
And it was before it came out. So I've been an OG of Tomb Raider for a long time.
Yeah.
And I love the games, and I thought it would be more like the games. I mean, I don't know exactly what I thought because the story, we've been over it. It's not super deep.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I don't know what would have made this more fun or better. It's just kind of, if you saw it when it came out and you have an idea in your mind of what it was like, but you don't quite remember, no, that's exactly what it was like. And if you're in the mood for that, go for it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't regret watching it, but
no, I don't either. It's just,
again.
It was very, I think you were right in the beginning. It was mid to meh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I nailed it, right?
I think you did. I think you nailed it right in the beginning. And then we went on to talk to it for another hour and 20 minutes.
That's perfect.
All right. So I think we're both in the same boat. If you're desperate for a 90s action movie, you can watch this. This is fine.
Yeah, there you go.
But let's say, someone else out there, they had another opinion and maybe they wrote their college thesis on it and they wanted to send it to us via email. Where would they send that email, Sir Chump Slap?
They send that to plottytime@gmail.com and I'll read and respond as I am known to do.
Perfect. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials, where would they do that?
I don't remember. Reddit.
Yep. Reddit.
And Blue Sky, maybe?
Yeah, you can just search for Plotty Time. You'll find it.
Yeah.
It might ask you, do you mean Plotly Time? But
no, that's not
no,
what you mean.
no, you mean Plotty Time. I think YouTube's coming around. You can find us on YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. I'm on Twitch at Poppascotch, streaming here and there. So we're doing card openings. It's fun. Get over there. It's a fun time.
Check it out. It's good stuff.
But that does it for us. So as always, shout out to Sandman, Drago the Slago, Gamers Little Playground, I Am Panics, and Luis Guzman. Trust all reputable scientists, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.